Good morning or good afternoon. Again, I'm Gadi Amit, and my agency, NewDealDesign, is based in San Francisco. And we've been involved with what is now called the Internet of Things for quite a few years. And we're practicing something I call technology design, and I'll get into that a little bit deeply later. As Alex mentioned, we've been collaborating with Fitbit. James and Eric, the founders, actually approached us a few years back, and ever since then, we've been working with them from the first Fitbit to the latest. A few years back, we worked on the Lightro camera. And the one thing that is interesting about that is start understanding the work we do inside out. With Lightro camera, there was a very unique internal electronic layout that allowed us to actually create this magnificent object. And this is just a glimpse of what we do. Also, as mentioned, we are working with Project Aura, and we help them create a lot of this experience from start. Now, that brings me to the Internet of Things. The biggest problem with Internet of Things is that it's just about everything, anywhere, always. And the biggest problem we have is actually connecting these macro ideas and micro experiences in some kind of a cohesive theme. And this is where things getting very complicated, and very few people succeeded to create a truly strong brand within the Internet of Things. One of the big fundamental issues is that the traditional way technology companies employ design had to be changed. And we needed to create a new approach to design that is, on one end, holistic, yet at the same time, very deep in terms of its ability to connect to a strategy, as well as to very specific knowledge of technology and how it could work. The basic fundamental is that most ideas in the Internet of Things are coming from the technology world, rooted in a very strong, rational technology idea, with a rather simplistic view of the human nature and the emotional motivations people have to engage with the Internet of Things. What we're trying to do right from the get-go is to bring these human motivations, human drivers into the strategy phase of the Internet of Things venture, if you wish. And through that, we're actually creating impact on the origination process of this idea, rather than following up and filling in blank spaces left between features that are already set. This is a huge difference in the impact design has on technology objects. So at the core of it, we're trying to create an architecture that puts together hardware, software, and cloud in the right way, cost optimizing it on one end, but also maximizing the experience value. And as you do that, you're creating a layer of services. You basically enable that layer of services, and furthermore, you're actually propagating a brand and creating a community that is built, if you wish, tailored to this specific venture. I call this new methodology technology design. It has a lot of strategic foresight, and it's focusing on creating equally physical and digital experience, and in some cases, also the engineering proof of concept. So some examples, for instance, I mean, our work with Project Aura started right from the get-go. And the biggest thing with the search for modularity was to create a very smart object, which is the spine, if you wish. We call it the endoskeleton. That is fitted both backwards in terms of the technology and the underlying infrastructure, but also forward towards the user, and allows both the users and third parties to work with this system of parceling to know where their modules could fit. And this is very much akin to urban planning. You have a set of rules, and you know exactly how to engage, and therefore this is enabling this open platform. It's obviously meant for people to explore different functionality, but also explore fundamental skins or appearances that are emotionally important for them. One other big fundamental with the Internet of Things is that the current approach creates a lot of user interface requirements. You'll see apps and apps and apps, and the problem with these apps is that they draw us away from the human experience. So as we're trying to optimize technology design, we're trying to actually minimize the UI and create more opportunity for people to engage with their surroundings, with their loved ones, and so on. What drives this race for more UI is a paradigm that seeks to create more and more data, assuming those so-called smart devices are capable of handling the data and providing you with some meaningful experience. In my opinion, we'll have to transform the way we approach data and move from smart devices to something I call wise devices. These are devices that have a lot more insights into what you meant to do and give you the right amount of cues when you need them in the right context, rather than spewing data and asking you to analyze and decide what to do with it. A small example, lately we helped a company called Sproutling to create a new experience regarding baby monitors. And it has an app, it has a base station, it has a unique sensor that is attached to the baby. And a lot of the story behind the scene of Sproutling is creating kind of advice about what's going to happen in the next few hours, rather than what is happening now. Which brings me to the last project I want to share. Since we've been involved so heavily with wearables and some implantables, there is a situation now where biology and digital technology are merging. And as a provocation, we started a project at New Deal trying to create a user interface or some object that will be built into your body and allows you to engage your environment, engage the wearables that are on your body and possibly in your body. And this is Project Underskin. What you see here is a module that is implanted at your palm, and some of it is above and below it. And the notion is that it will allow you to review and see your state of mind or state of medicine and so on. These are objects that are done intentionally with ambiguous UI, so only you knows what it means. Furthermore, it will create authentication that is non-hackable. It will allow you to conduct transactions and so on. It will allow you to network. And it will also allow you to get access privileges. And as it goes on, we envision possibly even having some level of a new app that will actually create some more emotional and more human connection that will sparkle something. And this is obviously somewhat of a provocative project, but we see it as part of our role at New Deal to create these designs that are a little bit over the horizon, and to some degree will allow us to guide where the industry could go. That's a lot, and thanks a lot, and I guess that's done.